Senator John Cornyn made a stop in Nacogdoches today to talk about the One Big Beautiful Bill Act.
He was joined by representatives from schools across East Texas to discuss the law's impact on students. KLTV's Michael Richardson has the story.
Senator John Cornyn walking on the campus of SFA, touting what he feels are benefits included in the One Big Beautiful Bill Act. Among them, an expansion for Pell Grant eligibility and additional funding for agricultural research facilities.
You can see not only in the faces of these young students who have an opportunity to go to school at great institutions close to home, but in a way that helps them avoid some of the baggage of student debt.
Haley Cruz, a first-generation college student at SFA, says financial aid has helped her.
So having the Pell Grant, it helps me tremendously. Not me have to worry about financial needs. I can actually be here and focus on my nursing school.
The One Big Beautiful Bill Act has drawn concern for its potential impacts on low-income families, such as by reducing funding for the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program.
The changes that were made in the SNAP program, the food stamp program, Medicaid and other means-tested program were just designed to take that burden off the taxpayer to avoid the racking up of additional national debt.
Tyler Junior College President Dr. Juan Mejia says he's looking forward to implementing the actions of the bill.
It's also important that we meet the needs of business and industry by having programs of study that are shorter in nature, not based on seat time, but on competencies.
Michael Richardson, KLTV 7 News.
More than 30% of SFA students receive Pell Grants, according to Senator Cornyn's office.